So what's up, man? How you doing?
Not much, dude. Um, just kind of chilling. Just been in training and honestly just getting ready for this next big fight with BYB. So can't say the date yet or nothing like that, but it's coming. Contract signed. It's good to go. So
Cool, man. I know you. I don't know if you want to go ahead and dive into it, but I know you reached out to me and you said you had some stuff you wanted to put out there.
yeah, so let's go over BKFC 38, Howard Davis. Tough dude, love that guy. I got nothing but respect for him. A lot of people thought, or I guess it was said, that the fight was stopped due to like it was actually a medical stoppage. It wasn't a TKO, or I don't know if that's I guess how they took care of that or how they called it like that. So what happened was is I actually ended up I broke my hand in the first round. I kept fighting and I was talking to my corner and I was telling him I was like I can't see that right hand coming down the pipe because he had a lot more success with it, later on in the fight. Um, so the whoever the doctor is, Magazi or Magazi, somebody heard it, and it was from at that point on. They were like, "No, it's just not going to go on." So it sucks, but I would definitely love to, knuckle up with Howard Davis again. There's definitely so he's good. He's fucking talented. But other than that, I kind of feel like I got the shit end of the stick on that one. So, it is what it is. But, hopefully we can run it back sometime.
And I just saw he had a fight announcement. Did you see that? I guess they announced it yesterday or the day prior.
I
He's
haven't
in.
seen it. Who's he
Yeah,
fighting?
let me pull it up. He's gonna be on the Miami card.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
That dude loves to fight, man. He's out
So
there.
when we had him on, he was talking about. I guess he wanted. I guess of course, he's calling out Kai, of course, and then
Oh,
he's
yeah.
also yeah. Then he wants. He's like, I wouldn't be. He's like, I wouldn't be too shy to fight Louis Lopez again. So
Absolutely. I mean that fight, I've watched that fight. I watched the show and it was that cut sucks, that but I mean it he seemed like he could see, he was visibly he looked fine. And there's been worse cuts that have been, like absolutely, yeah, you should have stopped the fight, but they let it go on. So I definitely would love to see a fight with that. I mean, that last fight with Kai and Louis Lopez, I really wasn't that impressed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I just wasn't. I'd love to stomp Kai Green. I just don't. His tools. He's got a couple tools that are useful, but I mean, other than that, I mean, he's pretty easy to train for.
I guess so. Howard Davis, he's fighting Jeff Chivins. Am I saying that right?
Jeff Chivins. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Oh boy. I mean, look, let's be honest here. Howard Davis, he needs to be fighting for a belt. I mean, like I really honestly felt like he should have had that next shot. For against Kai or whoever it is. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on with that, but other than that, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of who you know at that point in time. So it is what it is.
So what about you? What do you think? You're about one or two fights away from fighting whoever has the belt at the time, whether
So
it's
I'm
Kai or
actually, here's the background on this fight. I've always wanted to fight for BKFC. I actually hadn't had a fight since 2014. And I took that fight against Howard Davis because I was like, okay, I haven't stopped training. Like I train every day. I train like I'm in fight camp. So I got that opportunity and I took it. And to push him as far along as I did, going into the fifth round, doctor stoppage, um, you know, sucks it happened that way. But, you know, I feel like getting a little bit of that ring rust off, you know, I came in there pretty strong. A lot of people I've talked to said that they didn't see any ring rust. You know, I looked pretty good. So, you know, hopefully the next one we'll kind of see what happens. But I am done with BKFC. So
Oh, are you?
yep, I'm
Yeah,
done with
completely.
BKFC. So
Okay.
I actually just newly signed with BYB, and that was a decision I had to make because I love BKFC. I've got nothing bad to say, you know, about them, but I would rather fight in a triangle, to be honest with you, because I mean it's smaller area. It's easier to corner opponents. I really just feel like it's a good spot for me.
And I mean, I've definitely looked into them a little bit too. I mean, I primarily watch BKFC, but I see like we've had Hector Lombard on here, and
Yeah.
Hector, I mean, I see he's getting a little bit involved with BYB and the former announcer from the UFC, was it Goldberg, Mike
Yep.
Goldberg? I think he's over there
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
who else? Dada 5000? Isn't he doing some stuff there?
I'm pretty sure that's his promotion.
Yeah. So it
I
might be,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really, you know too much on that. I know the matchmaker, and that's just kind of how I got started. So
Yeah. Are they easier to deal with though? Than
yeah,
okay.
very straightforward. I really, it was honestly a breeze getting this all set up and taken care of.
Gotcha. Now, what about your nickname? Where'd that come from?
Tragic. You know, it honestly, so it used to be. So my first MMA fight, when I took that back in 2006, um, I was 17 years old fighting this dude that was 26, and I got called out, and then they just said Trevor Monster Morris. So that's where that started. And then like I just kind of ran with it, you know, because it was cool at the time because Kevin Rambleman, that was like his nickname. So I was like, man, I feel cool. I didn't even give that to myself, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but then later on down the road, I was like, man, Monster's it just feels generic, you know. And then I was in I think I was doing mitt work. I can't remember. It was either mitt work or sparring, whatever we were doing. And one of my training partners, he was like, dude, your hits are tragic. And I'm like, say that one more time. And then like it just kind of flowed together, and I was like, I think I'm gonna roll with that. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's just kind of been that since 2011. And then like, you know, it just kind of branched off from there. So
Cool, man. And you were also telling me you have a side business. You do reptile stuff, so you want to get
yep.
into that a little bit?
Yeah. So I have Tragic Reptiles. And man, dude, it's I've been doing it for this will be 5 years in October. And so what we do is we work with the Show Me Reptile Show. And we breed reptiles. We go to like conventions. We kind of bring stuff to like do informational stuff. Kind of get word out there on species that, you know, a lot of people don't know about, or they see and they're like, well, where can you get that? But Show Me Reptiles, man, we're always there.
Cool,
So we
man.
do stuff all the time.
You travel across the country doing that?
So we'll do a little bit of traveling. We try to keep it local just because like I'm not trying to break out, you know, fight camp or like my training schedule. But other than that, typically like the surrounding states. So like Florida's a couple shows there. We'll do Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, kind of the surrounding states of Tennessee.
Yeah. Where are you at? Where are you located right now?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay. Not too far. I'm born and raised from Asheville, North Carolina, so it wasn't too
Oh,
far from
okay, yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah.
you're not that far.
But now I'm in Central Florida. So
Damn,
yeah,
yeah, that's a move.
yeah. Finally moved down to Florida. So I love
Nice.
it.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's definitely nice being down there. You know, when we were down there for the BKFC 38 in Hollywood, I had never been to like the Hard Rock or anything like that. So it was a really cool experience. And I mean, I didn't run into any bad people. They were all pretty good. So
Cool, man. That's
Very.
awesome. You able to get any of the reptiles on camera?
Yeah, dude. So like when I'll kind of give you a little bit of background. So when I first started, the advice that I got from a couple different people were to really, if you are wanting to breed, to really go with whatever you are very passionate about. So I was like, okay, kind of relates to fighting, like Muay Thai, striking. So what I did is I went with a Savannah monitor. And a lot of people, they don't, they're kind of the most underrated. They're the cheapest to get, but a lot of people don't know how to take care of them. So a lot of people will look at them as like they can like eat a lot of like rats, mice, stuff like that, like they're carnivores, but they're actually insectivores. So they eat a lot of insects, but they can get to be about 3.5, 4 feet long. My female right now, she is in Georgia with a friend of mine. So hopefully we're doing some breeding projects. But I've got some babies. They're just like little tiny dinosaurs. They're really awesome. All right. So this is just a baby Savannah monitor. So as you can tell, like there are so many different things that like comes into when holding a monitor. As you can tell with the tongue flicks, right now they're thinking. This is a big move for getting their brain moving positively, keeping it open hand so you can kind of just let them do their own thing, kind of relax. But these guys will get, so the females will get anywhere from 3.5 to 4 feet. And then the males can exceed 4.5 feet.
So now, what the one you sent me a picture of one. The was that the mom?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So they get pretty good colors. Oh, she's gonna get squirmy now. But these are really nice. So like I chose these ones because like these are just the babies, but the pattern, there's lack of pattern, all black. That's what I'm trying to go for to hopefully breed out. So
yeah, are they pretty easy to clean? Like the glass and everything?
Yeah, it's not too bad. So typically, like as they're younger for babies, they don't take the biggest dumps in the tank, so you don't have to clean it all that often. But just going through changing the substrate and the water is the biggest thing. So
yeah. Do you have any? What about snakes? Then you have a snake.
I actually sold it yesterday. So I was at the Repticon show, and I had somebody come up, and they were like, "Dude, I'll buy this right now." And that's part of it. You have them, you breed them, you got babies, and then that was actually our last one that we had. So we are just like, I think it's time to move on, because when those guys get big, so typically we have like snake racks, and they're like 10 tier, 8 tier, whatever they may be. And they're like 36 to 48 quarts. Literally, when they get big, I usually have them housed in grow tents. And these grow tents can be anywhere the size for like a breeding setup. I usually use a 48 by 48 by 80 grow tent. Now, why a grow tent? It's because it keeps the humidity inside. So the humidity is a huge thing for these guys because it helps get their stuff shut off and just makes it really nice living environment for them. So
cool, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Did you want to add anything else before we get off here?
Dude, honestly, man, I love BKFC, and I love everything that they're doing. I got no bad blood towards them. But I'm really, for BYB, I'm really looking to make a statement being in that, in that triangle. I think it's going to get nasty. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And, being at 135, I've never lost a fight at 135. Coming down there, I'm definitely going for that belt to to get Mark the Shark Irwin. So he's
Cool,
got
man.
tragic coming. It's gonna be a tragedy.
Cool, man. We'll definitely tune in on that. I'll definitely start watching some of that stuff. And like I said, the triangle's interesting too, man. That's
Dude,
definitely something new.
the ability to cut off the angles. You know, I felt like if, you know, thinking about it now, if I was to fought Howard in that triangle, would have been a different story. Because if you watch the fight, he was moving the whole time in a circle, which nothing bad, nothing against him, but I mean, shit, I was there to trade, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what about are you just sticking with boxing? Do you ever plan on getting into any MMA or anything?
So actually, I've had a couple offers for MMA. I'm just, you know, my body's pretty worn out from the MMA side of it, and you know, this gets back to you know, what I love doing, and that's striking.
Yeah.
You know, being in Detroit for such a long time, you know, in Michigan, you know, that's what we were doing. You know,
Yeah.
we were throwing hands, boxing, doing a lot of Muay Thai. My goal for next year, though, we are looking at fall of next year. Looking at taking this will be my first Thai fight back in probably about 8 years. So we're gonna hopefully do a fight in Thailand and kind of see where that goes. But,
Cool, man. That'd be awesome. Well, hey, I
yeah.
appreciate you coming on, Tragic.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man.